ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to have all of you here in the middle of the thick forest, along the route where ancient travelers of the pre-vehicular era trudged, trundled, and tottered their way to the big town. It's nice to have everybody here. If you can hear me loud and clear, kindly type your name, indicate where you connected from. Let us use that as a way to welcome everyone on the call. And please, if you're on any WhatsApp group page, any social media page, just put a link there and tell them we are live. Because the information that we are about to get is not an information for just your business, but information for your life. Also, there will be two powerful announcements regarding what is happening on July the 1st. I can't tell you how deep and how important you are prepared for July 1st. It is the time the income is going to be at its highest level, July the 1st. As you begin to sleep from now, every single day, pray for life so that you are alive on July the 1st. Because it is a time that will be the defining moment. That is the time that a lot of people who were joking will begin to realize that they should wake up from the dead. That is the day that many people in the world will wake up and will realize that the best compensation plan ever to be realized in the history of the world of our industry will pop out, will shake the foundation of the minds of all people who didn't, first of all, take us seriously. They will wake up, they will see clearly through thick and thin that we have arrived. So I want to say a big welcome to all of you. Super duper welcome to all those who have been present. Junior, Zaga, Laura, Acho, Maruko, okay, Abdallah, Samuel, or say Cynthia, and all of you who have been here in the beginning of time. I want to say a big welcome to all of you. Kindly indicate to me, okay. Linus Kofi, connecting all the way from Aflau. It's a pleasure to have you right in the middle of a Johnny Bonzi. Johnny, you have indicated that you will never let July the 1st shake your foundation. That by all means, you will resonate copper before July the 1st. Before the 1st of July, you will have achieved clearly your momentum. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's use this next 1 minute to invite all our team members. If you are here, it's good. But if you are not here with your team members, it is best if you are here with your team members because that is going to help you, help them to build a massive organization. Let's begin as fast as we can. We don't have much time. Now, you have an inner built power that was given to you. Every single person was born at birth at a neutral level. At birth, there was no significant factor between you and any other child born at birth. But then you are exposed to an environment when you were born. The environment you were exposed to could redefine the way you act anywhere you go. I'm going to give you some scenarios to help you to recognize this. There was a white man in the United States of America in Chicago. This man was a multi-billionaire. Once upon a time, they decided to visit Africa, particularly in Ghana, and they had their baby child. The baby was just about 9 months old. That was how old the baby was. When they came, apparently some armed robbers have gotten to know that that very person is a billionaire. So on their way from the airport, they had to go to the Pediasa Lodge. On their way from there to the Pediasa Lodge, they ambushed this, billionaires, and they could only take the child from the woman. So they took that baby child, who is a white baby child, as a boy, and then the armed robbers took the child. On their way, they dumped this child, along the roadside because that wasn't the real thing they needed. So they dumped the child on the roadside. Meanwhile, a certain lady has given birth to a child, and this child was around the same age. And this lady also moved that child. Actually, the husband to be doesn't want to accept the baby. And so the lady also decided to dump the child somewhere. Okay. And she also dumped the child on the roadside. So when these billionaires were actually looking for their child, what they do is that they found their child on the roadside. Apparently, they've taken the child of these poor people. And these poor people, the husband got angry and started looking for his child because he wanted to not take care of the child and saw their supposed child on the roadside. Apparently, it was the billionaire's child. In short, there was a swap of the children. 18 years down the line, the billionaires went to the United States, developed the child on how to build life, how to build a business. By the time this boy was 18 years, his thought processes, his awareness, his power of reasoning, everything he behaved and acted was as a result of the billionaire wealthy mind that was pounded into him. But that white guy started speaking cheap, started mixing himself with the riffraffs of his community, in a brief, and eventually he grew up to be a poor-minded person. Here's the point. Knowledge does not determine anything negative in life. Your environment can invoke something on you. For example, you can go to a place like Nima. The place is smelling. You can go to a place like Teshiman. The place is smelling, and yet the people themselves cannot what? Smell the smell. Why? Because they have lived in the smell so much that the environment and their sense of smell has entangled, and so they do not see any problem. Ladies and gentlemen, when we are born and we do not recondition the programming of our mind, we begin to accept negativity as positivity. We begin to see poverty even as a blessing from God. We begin to think that being poor is rather better than being wealthy, forgetting that the God of the heaven actually blessed his people to be people who are wealthy. He blessed Solomon. He helped him to understand the power and the concept of wealth so that Solomon will have a positive mind about wealth. That is why when God told him that I want to give you wealth in addition to the knowledge and the wisdom you requested for, Solomon did not say, please, I don't like any wealth. I don't need it. I only requested for knowledge and wisdom. Why are you giving me wealth? Because Solomon had to condition his knowledge to the understanding of what God has already planted for him. And it's the same thing that happened to David. David was also imbued with the capacity to be wealthy, again from God. And that is why he was. So when you have an understanding of why you are where you are, it helps you to be able to appreciate where you are in the stream of time. And so a lot of people are not doing well, not because they are not supposed to do well. It's because their mental gymnastics, the way they perceive of wealth is negative. They don't see wealth as something that is even from God. They don't see that God is opening a way, a door for them as an opportunity like this for them to do well in life. They don't see it. And because they don't see it, they act in the direction of their mental gymnastics. They act in the direction of their dominant mental attitude. They'll prospect, they will talk to people, they'll be excited. But inside, they don't really want to really become big. So they'll tell you that I don't even want $2,000. All I want is I just want some small $1,000, and I'm okay. I don't want plenty. That mentality means that they cannot appreciate it if they should even have $100,000. And so because of that, they will act in the manner of wanting only $500. They will act with $500 mindset. They will behave with $500 mindset. They will decide and do everything with $500 mindset because that's all they want. But the point is that success does not like that. You see, When achievement doesn't like it. Achievement wants you to want it as bad as you want to breathe. Then you can get even the little that you want. And that is why you have to know yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to be aware of who you are. You have to ask yourself truly, what do you want? What do you really want now, right now, in the current dispensation of your economy? What do you want? What exactly do you want? If you want a little, you will never get at all. I'm telling you. If you want a little, you won't get at all. You must want and desire abundance. I'm telling you. Then you will get a little. No one is born poor. No one is born wealthy. No one is born poor. No one is born wealthy. No one is born smart. No one is born that. You become what you think about most of the time. So are you aware of yourself? Are you truly aware of yourself? Do you think you know yourself so well and you know what you truly want so well? And does what you want match with what you are actually looking for? You are fighting for. Because if it doesn't match, I guarantee you, you see that you will fight, you will struggle, you will bring that same mentality you have in the workplace into this establishment, and you will see that you are not progressing. It's like you are fighting. You are dying. You are doing all you can. You are going up and down. You are working. You are struggling. And yet nothing is moving. Why? The reason is because your mental disposition does not agree. You don't even see yourself that you deserve $20,000 a month. You don't think so. You don't think that you deserve it. You don't see yourself there. You know when you see people are diamond, some want to be diamond, some want to be black diamond. When you tell yourself that, oh, me, I want to be just gold, though. I want to be just gold. You see, the mindset, you must stretch your mind. You know, the ocean is so vast, and all you are seeing is the riverbed of the ocean. And so you got to be aware, you got to know what you truly want, you got to be desirous of abundance. And once you have that, God likes that. Oh, I'm telling you, you don't know. God likes people who want abundance. Abundance of love, abundance of humility, abundance of joy, abundance of endurance, abundance of patience, abundance of kindness, abundance of loyalty, abundance of integrity, abundance of wealth. That's what God likes. He doesn't want you to be tepid, to be intrepid. He doesn't want you to be, I want it, I don't want it. Go for it. Desire for it. Pray for it. Act on it. And you will by all means not fail. You will achieve what your heart truly wants. Because you see, your programming will determine your desire. Your desire will determine your action. Your action will determine your result. Your result will determine your lifestyle. And when your lifestyle comes, that is why you see that it appears that those people who have always seem like they want to have. Have you observed that thing? It's like they already have. And it's like they won't sleep. Like you hear that Elon Musk, these guys, they have. And yet they are always acting like they don't have. It's like you ask yourself, what do you want again in life? What do you want? You have everything. It is not that everything. It is something, the impact, the significance they want to make in the life of their family, in the life of other people. It is no longer about you. It is no longer about you. It is about the other people. See, when everything is about you, you never make it in life. If it is all about you, you won't make it. You want it for yourself. You want it for yourself. You want it for. It should be bigger than you. You should be scared. If your dream is scary, you will fight to the brim because you, in your mind, you want to help as millions and millions of people. And that is when your brain expands. The trajectory of your brain begin to explode. You begin to see the infinite possibilities. That's how God thinks. I'm telling you. God doesn't think small. And you were created in the image of a creator God, whose creativity in his creation is creative. God doesn't think small. When he's thinking love, it's deep, it's superlative. When he's thinking abundance, it's abundance. Come on, look at his earth. It's abundant. Look at his rain. It's abundant. Look at the sea. It's abundant. Everything about him is abundant. So when you are thinking, you got to think like God. You are thinking love is abundant. Thinking joy is abundant. Thinking, great things is abundant. I'm telling you, this thing it has nothing to do with you being a Christian. It has to do with you being created in the image of God. And you are a reflection of his thoughts, processes. Be aware of yourself. Be aware where you are now. Be aware where you are going. Be aware of where you are coming from. Some people are not aware of where they are coming from. Master, remember the days when your parents are suffering? Do you remember? The days when things were hot. Maybe it's even hot still. And you are thinking small. Be self-aware. Next point. Know your purpose. Know your purpose, Master. You have capacity. I'm telling you, the same eye that I have is the same eye you have. See, the great people of the world, they also go to the toilet. Are you aware? They also sit on the water closet and poo-poo too. The same blood, which is the red blood cells and the white blood cells and the plasma, all of these things that are inside you are also inside them. They die like you die. They are not better than you. You are not better than them. In fact, you are unique. And they are unique. That is why your DNA is different from their DNA. Your fingerprint is uniquely designed and attached to you, which means that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. And so you got to recognize your purpose. But you can't just be walking through life. Master, do you know the number of people that you can impact? Those people who are impacting people in the world, they have recognized their purpose. And by virtue of Godship, every single person must impact at least 1 million people. I'm telling you. Every single person must impact at least 1 million people. Some have recognized their purpose. Where is your purpose? And purpose is significance. Purpose is not about you. You see, the reason why we remember that man called Christ is because of the impact he has made on the planet. Watch the people we know. Even look at the dead people. There are some people who are dead. We talk about them more than the people who are alive, isn't it? It's impact. So you have something that you can give now to somebody. You have this organization called the God Baka Family. If you have nothing at all, you now have something that you can bring to the attention of somebody, and the person can become a better person by virtue of what you brought to that person. That could be the impact you can make in somebody's life. You got to make an impact. You got to be significant. Significant, not just to your family, significant to the society. So why are you afraid of going on social media? Why don't you want to unleash the power within you onto the social media? You are a woman who understands the power of child rearing. You are not doing social media to teach people about the importance of marriage life. Do you know that if you spend 10 minutes educating people about the importance of marriage life, you yourself have permeated, people will start buying you. They will buy you before they buy whatever you claim you have for them. What is your purpose? What impact are you trying to make? You cannot be a medical doctor only in the consulting room. You cannot be a teacher only in the classroom. You cannot be a lawyer only in the courtroom. You got to know your purpose. I'm telling you. You got to know your purpose. Your purpose transcends that physical element. Your purpose is technological. Your purpose must go on the social media. You got to vomit your capacity, your purpose to the world. Why are you here? Where are you from? Where are you going? What is your purpose? What impact do you think you got to make in the lives of 100,000 people before you die? Put yourself out there. Be there. You see, you cannot, for example, think about it. If Jesus was around today, do you think that he will use social media or he will not use social media? Have you thought of it? Do you think that he will set up a website or he will not set up a website? He will. How many followers do you think that if Jesus was around today, people will follow him? How many followers do you think that John the Baptist will have? In fact, even in their physical world, when there were no social media, they had followers. In their world, though, when there was no social media, they had followers. The crowd that was following them. And you, a common floor member like you and I, you don't want to go on social media. You want to hide your true value, your inner value, your God ordained value that God has given you. You don't want to share it. You are afraid, you are hiding. You think that by sharing it, that is too known. You think that by sharing it, people say that you are arrogant. Is that what you think? That thought process is flawed. That is not how God thinks. Even today, the Tigari, the Mala, the Juju people, they are on social media. People with negativity mindset are still on social media. And you with a positive mindset, you want to hide the goodness under the carpet. You are a light and you are hiding your virtue, your value, all of the great things that you have. Do you know how many people you can teach them the power of endurance? You have endured a lot of things in your life. Do you know? You have survived pain. You gave birth painfully. Do you know how many people want to see, feel, entertain that pain that you've gone through? They want to be empowered by that. Do you know how many people? Your vulnerabilities are someone's greatness. I'm telling you. You don't see it. You don't see it. Okay, Oprah Winfrey was raped multiple times, and that is her story. She is who she is. She is the first black billionaire because of her pain, because of her vulnerability. What is your purpose? Share who you are, truly. Vomit your value to the world. And people will come to you. Your value will command its own returns. Until that thing is done, I'm telling you, you will always see yourself struggling. You might even register people into the organization and they will not move. They will not move. They won't move because they don't see value in you anymore. They think that all you want is go back up. They don't see any else value, but you have value. You have value. You've been able to rear children. You know how to rear children. You've gone through the pain of pregnancy. You've survived examinations. You've gone through, how to prepare food. You have patience. You have endurance. You have love. You have joy. You have humility. You have kindness. You have integrity. You have loyalty. Master, you can't sit on this. You are having the virtues of God and you're sitting on it. Take a camera. Stand in front of the camera. Vomit your value to the world. Do it once a week, every day, 5 minutes. Once a week, every day, 5 minutes. Once a week, every day, 5 minutes. With time, you see that YouTube people are beginning to subscribe to your channel. Over time, your value will reach the ends of the world. Over time, your value will command its own returns. But you see, you're not providing this value, and yet you want people to follow you. You want people to listen to you. You want people to join you. Why? They won't do that. They've got to recognize something about you. And so if you have to go on your knees and beg God and help God, God, help me to unleash the power within me out. I guarantee you, by the end of this year, you will see people following you. People, you don't tell somebody to follow you. You don't tell somebody, can you follow me? You're begging people to follow you. No. What you want to do is to vomit your value. And by the way, if you are enjoying the value that I'm giving, please type like the channel here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you have not liked the video, like the video, because that is the only way that will indicate that value is vomiting out. Now let's move on. We have a lot of things to do. Decide what you truly want. Maybe you have to put it down in pen and paper. See, a lot of people don't know what they want. All they want is money. I want 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 money. Money is useless. Money is useless. I've spoken to about 7 billionaires. They all say the same thing. Money is useless. They don't even think about money. They think about value. But watch this. Watch this. You got to decide what value you can bring to the marketplace. You got to decide that you want to have a certain rank in this organization. Decide. Do you want to be a diamond, emerald, gold, platinum, or black diamond? Decide. Now, once you've made a decision, look at all the criteria that will take you there and begin to have the diamond mindset. And let me tell you something. If you want to be a diamond, you must have a diamond mindset. And let me tell you what that means. You can never become a diamond if you're not willing to stand in front of the screen. You can't. And so now is the time you begin to learn how to talk. Now is the time to request to be part of the interview process. Now is the time that you ask that, can I be interviewed during the presentation? Then over time, you can also prepare presentations like this and present. Your inner virtue will start coming out. And I can use Laura as an example. I can use Dr. Fadel. He was scared. He didn't want to come on the screen. But when he came on the screen, oh my word, this man was fantabruta. He was gyrating a cacophony of informational dissymmetry. The man was vomiting knowledge, okay, because he put himself out there. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Everyone is special. Everyone is special. The only reason why you think some are special than others is because they have forced themselves out of their shell. They have come out of their shell. And God likes that. When people, because you see, when Jesus called Peter and called John, he says, follow me. It's not everybody who followed him. And what they did, they abandoned everything and they followed him. You've got to have the desire that you want to do it. And that is how come you can be blessed. So you want to have the diamond mindset. To have the diamond mindset, you got to decide. I've been saying it already. The word decides ends with the word side. Right now, you got to make a decision whether you want to be a diamond or you don't want to be a diamond. If you are a member of Go Backup, that doesn't guarantee ever that you will become a diamond. Okay? It won't come. It won't come. You got to make a deliberate, conscious, intentional decision. A deliberate, conscious, intentional decision. You got to be deliberate. You got to be deliberate. You got to tell yourself that with the new comp plan that is coming, I will fight. I will fight heaven and earth. I will do whatever I can to be a diamond. That I will do whatever it takes to be gold by the end of the year. That I will do whatever I can to be a diamond by the end of next year. You got to make a deliberate, conscious decision. Because it's life and death. Because decide ends with side. Just like suicide ends with side. Just like homicide ends with side. Just like genocide ends with side. Just like insecticide ends with side. They carry the idea of death. So you can be here and die. You can be a registered associate of Go Backup and have nothing. I was talking to Dr. What's the name? Dr. Dorothy brought a lady, Patricia or so, and I was telling her that there's a principle called be, do, have. If you can type it there for me, be, do, have, be, do, have, be, do, have, be, do, have. Oh my la. Guys, this principle is big. And today is not the day I'm going to teach that. Okay? But it's in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, and then verse 14 and verse 28. Let me share something to you. You got to become something before you can do something. Before you can have something. I want to repeat that. You got to become somebody before you can do something, before you can have something. It's called be, do, have. It's a powerful principle that Myron Golden also talks about. Let me give you a typical example. If you become nothing, you will do nothing. And if you do nothing, you will have nothing. But if you become little, you will do little. If you do little, you will by all means have little. So anytime you are getting little, remember it's because you are doing little. But the reason why you are doing little is because you have become little. You don't have much else to do apart from the little you have become. You see, I'm giving you this training because I have become the training. I am sitting here not as an emerald. I'm sitting here as a black diamond. In my mind, I am a black diamond. I act on the basis of my mental move. I move in the direction of my most dominant thought. You become what you think about. And when you think about it, okay, it engulfs you. It takes you. They say I'm passionate. I'm not passionate. I am not passionate. I have become passionate. Because when I'm learning what I want to give out, I learn with my every little molecule inside me. I put in my everything. If you become more, you will do more. And when you do more, you will have more. Are you getting the point? Now, watch this. Watch this. If you become abundant, you will do abundantly. And if you do abundantly, you will have abundance. I'm telling you, this principle, it goes against everywhere. It starts with the great people in the world. That is why sometimes you ask yourself, do they sleep? Sometimes I talk a lot on the page and somebody says, hey, dog, do you sleep? I have become more. For me, it's not work. Oh. It is a habit. It is they call it a hobby. When you have become more, when you have become abundant, you will do more. You will do abundantly. You will do things that others cannot do. And you will have things that others cannot have because you have built you. But it's not because of anything. It's because you have learned. That's why we keep saying on the page that knowledge is the only asset that creates all other assets. Knowledge is the only asset that multiplies all other assets. So I want you to make a deliberate decision. When you make that decision, remember that it will go with learning. The first book that you want to be learning are the good books. Okay, then from there you go to the first book, which is called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Learn The Alchemist. The Alchemist is a powerful, gigantic book that can help you to know that Santiago had a dream. He had a dream of getting the gold. But upon going around the world, he came back and saw that the gold he had been looking for was right under the sycamore tree where he started his journey. It will help you to know that in life, you got to struggle until you come to realize that what you wanted was right under your nose. Success is not a bed of roses. Success is buried right underneath your frustration. Success requires struggle. Success requires struggle. Success requires pain. Success requires pain. Pain is yogurt. Pain is ice cream. And the people who understand this, I'm telling you, when they are going through pain, they feel joy. They feel joy. They feel joy. But other people, when they go through pain, I'm tired. I'm tired. Let me die. I'm tired. They can't handle the pain because they are focusing on the pain. That is why the man who was dying, okay, had two people, one on his left, one on his right, laughing at him. He could have asked his father to kill both of them. But then he says, God, forgive them. Because he understands himself, the pain he's going through. So he can't actually, he can't expect punishment for them. He has an understanding of the pain. He has accepted the pain. He enjoys the pain. He endures the pain. Not really enjoy as an enjoy, but because he has a purpose. He's made a deliberate decision. He's made a decision that he has to reach the end goal. And until I win, I will. Until I win, I will. Until I win, I will. And I'm telling you, this thing, you need it in your marriage. If your marriage is going tough, you go through it. If your job is going tough, you go through it. If your examination is going tough, you go. You tell yourself, I will until. I will until. I have to die. I have to die. I have to win. I got to prove something to myself. I got to prove something to my family. I got to prove something to the doubters. I have to win. And so if I have to go outside and speak to 1 million people, I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I have to die for it. I'm telling you, if you have that mentality, it doesn't matter what you get, you succeed. You succeed. That's why it is said that some people, whatever they touch turns to gold. You see, some people think that all I do is go back up. Is that what you think? All I do is go back up. I'm teaching in multiple universities, 3 universities, now 4 universities. And I'm succeeding in each one of them. Why? Because my mental readiness is part of my being, my becoming. So make a deliberate decision that you will become a diamond. Have that diamond mindset that no matter what, yes, you will struggle. It's part of it. And build your brain. I love the point Dr. Dorothy is saying. Effort is a common denominator. Knowledge is the differentiator. Laura says that become more, do more, and have more. It is impossible to have $20,000 a month if you're not willing to become a $20,000 person. Let me tell you some Nigerian movies. Nigerian movies, when somebody gives someone a bag of money and he says, Oga, I want to give you this money because of some of the great things you've done. And then the man opens the bag and he sees millions of naira. I'm saying naira because this is more I've seen in Nigerian movies. The person will say, Chai! Okay, this is too much now. No, this is too much. But do you think that the Oga thinks it's too much? No. The Oga doesn't think it's too much. So why is this other person saying this is too much now? Because he has not become that kind of money. He has not become that sort of income. And therefore, he has not done what that income deserves. And that is why he is not supposed to have, be, come, do, have, be, do, have. He does not have to have that kind of money. So for such a person, if you give him that kind of money, what will happen in a year? He will squander it. He will go. The man will be finished. I spoke to a guy who is a millionaire in the UK. The same thing. He told me that most of the people who have won the lottery, which he has won, they squandered it within 1 to 5 years, and they became broker than before. You got to become something before you can have something. So if you are not having that, then please remember you have not become it. And I'm telling you, one way to become the thing that you got to become, one way to get there, one way to reach that point is for you to learn and absorb. Bring yourself closer to the fire that we have here. You magnetize the conditions you seek. Write it down. You magnetize the conditions you seek. Write it down. You magnetize the conditions that you seek. James says that draw close to God, he will draw close to you. But watch this. I always use the issue of a magnet. Draw close to the fire. When there's training, draw close to it. Why? Because magnet does not attract objects. Magnet doesn't do that. It attracts metallic objects. No way. You can be a metallic object like a blade, but the magnet will not attract you. It only attracts you when you are closer to the magnet. So there can be 2 blades. One is far away, one is closer. It is a closer one that will be attracted to the magnet. It's principle. You cannot succeed unless you are among the success bounders, unless you are closer to them, unless you are learning from them, unless you are part and parcel of the movement in which you go. You've got to have a diamond mindset. Dr. Federer, you are right. Diamonds are made under pressure. No diamond is made under no pressure. You cannot succeed unless you have that desire. Okay, the book by Napoleon Hill, okay, Think and Grow Rich. Please, if you haven't read it, you know what? Sometimes some people say, "Oh, I read that book 5 times." You should reflect. You should reflect. You can't read that book 5 times and not apply it, and then you will be stagnant. So if you have read it and it's not working, go and read it again and take notes and underline it and ask questions on the side. I'm telling you, success is deliberate. It's intentional. And the more I speak to such people, I realize, you see, I go to places, and anytime I go to places, I realize that the people that are doing well, they have a strategy, they have a deliberate path. Read the book by Godara. Okay? Godara. It's called The Path. The Path. Hey, it will blow you into pieces. Let's move on. Set a goal. Take a pen and paper, please, and set a goal. What do you want? Put a price tag on it. Put a duration on it. Put a time on it. What do you want? When do you want it? And what will you do with it when you get it? What do you want? When do you want it? And what will you do with it when you get it? If you don't know what you will do with it when you get it, you will never get it. You got to put a goal. It is said that those without goals are goats. That's what my mentor said. Those without goals are goats. Have a goal. What do you want? If you want to be a diamond, get to the class. What do I have to do to get a diamond? How many copies do I need to have? How many goals do I need to have? How many people should I have to have? How many? Put it down. Understand. Have a knowledgeable understanding of where you are going. Have a goal. And when you become a diamond, how much will I earn? And when I earn that, what will I do? Have a goal. Put it down on your dream board. Put it on your fridge. Put it on your fridge. Put it on your door. As you leave from the house out, you should see that your goal, that thing you dream about, that thing you want to achieve. You should see it on the door. Your brain begins to capture it. Your mental gymnastics, your cerebellum, your medulla oblongata, all of those things, they will begin to take it. As you begin to meditate on it, you begin to exhibit something known as a RAS. You begin to see it in your mind's eye. RAS, R-A-S, is reticular activating system. Your reticular activating system begins to see those things in your mind's eye. Ha! Google it. Don't ask me, please, what it is. You are success bound. You have an abundance in you. You have to want to learn because you have a lot to achieve. And that will come from learning. RAS. Have you ever realized that sometimes you are thinking about something? Maybe you want to buy a particular car. Let's say you want to buy a Mercedes. That's a car you dream about. That's a car you want to buy. The day that idea comes into your head, you start walking, you start seeing the cars. Have you observed that thing? That's when you start seeing the car. Because the day that idea comes into your head, you begin to see more of that cars. Why is it that you never saw the cars? But when the idea came into your head, you start seeing those cars. I'll tell you why. Because of something in your brain which you have activated, which is known as the RAS, reticular activating system. It's a powerful thing. It activates your dopamine, your oxytocin, your serotonin, and your endorphin in your brain muscle. We have learned this, and we deliberately ginger our brain to see things that are yet unseen before we see them. And so when we are going, when we are moving, when we are talking, when we are acting, we act as if we have, because we have become what we want. Set a goal. See, this country that you are in, whichever country that you are in, remember that it's tough everywhere. If you don't have a goal of what you want to achieve, you will be moving and moving and moving. By the time you realize 2 years is gone, 5 years is gone, 10 years is gone, you look at yourself in the mirror, you are 60 years, then you start telling people, I'm going on pension, I'm going on pension, I'm going on pension, I'm going on pension. But you don't even know what you have achieved. You don't even know what you have achieved than to talk about what you have done for others. You can't tell the impact you have made. The reason why a lot of people talk about that Jesus is because of the impact he has made 2,000 years before. Now it is living with people. That is why they want to talk about him all the time. What impact are you making in the lives of people? Somebody called Kwame Nkrumah has died years ago and they are still talking about the guy. What impact are you making in the lives of at least the people in your area, your community? We are not saying go and make it in the country. Your corner. Touch 1 million lives. My friend says that if you touch 1 million lives, you will always be getting $1 million. And it's true. If you touch 1 billion lives, you'll be getting $1 billion or more. The reason why Bill Gates is a billionaire is because he's touched 1 billion lives. It's as simple as that. He wanted to make a computer on every table. He has not put it on every table, but there are over 1 billion people that are using the computer. The reason why Mark Elliott Zuckerberg is a billionaire is because he's touched 1 billion lives. The reason why Amanko is a billionaire is because he touched 1 billion lives. The reason why Jeff Bezos, Amazon, is a billionaire is because he's touched 1 billion lives. How many lives are you touching? How many lives have you touched? In order to be able to reach your goal, you got to write it down and look hard at it. Pray with it, act with it, and see it in your mind's eye with your eyes. The next point, be committed, be not interested. Be so much committed that people will say that you've taken this thing like a World Cup. Share it, 20 information on your status, 30 information on your social media. Blast your social media all the time. If somebody becomes bronze, even if you don't know the person, go and take a picture and share it on your page. If somebody becomes silver, even if you don't know it, take a picture and share it. If somebody becomes gold, take a picture. Go and take the past ones and share it on your page. Let people know. Tell people. Put a message there. Taking risks is a good thing. Okay, being afraid is not always a good thing. Be sharing valuable information. Do that multiple times, 21 times every day, 21 times every day, 21 times every day. 20. I'm telling you, people will see it. People you don't even know from Adam will call you. I don't know whether Alphonse is here. Alphonse, this guy called me. I didn't know he's been watching my video. I didn't know he's been watching my status. He wasn't watching my status. He didn't have my number. I didn't know he was watching my social media information. And then he called me and said, "Doc, I'm registered. I'm ready to pay." I don't know him. I don't know him much, but he knows me because he's been following me. Because you put a message there. I'm always putting messages there. Even at my level, I've registered 138 people. I'm always putting messages there. The day you registered and you saw me, have you ever seen me relax one day? I haven't. Why? Be, do, have. I haven't. I have become. I am doing because I will have it. I have it in my soul, man. I don't need to be convinced. You don't need to be convinced that you're a black diamond or you're a diamond. You don't need to be convinced. You are a self-convictor. When knowledge convicts you, argument will never convict you. You don't need somebody to come and tell you, I think you do it before you don't say, oh, yeah, I'll do it. I think you will make it before you don't say, I think I'll make it. No. That is not commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, commitment is a state of the mind that do or die, it is happening. A lot of people can start this business with interest. They are so interested. They will start talking. Then within a week, when challenges come, when they go and speak to somebody, the person slaps them with the word, get out of here. And that alone, or you call the person is not picking you. Why will I even call you? I speak to you. I will let my value draw you to me. I will give some messages on my social media, on my status, that you will go and watch it and you tell me, you give a thumbs up, you will come to me. You want to do that, you want to attract people. And then that commitment you give will make people come towards you. You don't need to chase anybody. Vomit your value out to the world. Not to that person alone, to the world. They will command. It will command them. You see, people are monitoring you. They see you share something small on your status. The next day, they don't see you share it again. They see you share something small on your social media. The next day, they don't see you share again. They see you share one. The next day, they see you share 10. Then the next day, they see you share nothing. They see that you are not serious. They see it. They sense it. This guy doesn't even know what he wants. He doesn't even believe in what he has. They don't believe you enough. So when you tell them, they don't believe you because the evidence. See, you got to be energized. Energy begets energy. Energy begets energy. They have to see you that you've taken this thing like a World Cup. Once they sense that energy, they sense that spirit. I'm telling you, it will attract them to come and register, even if you don't tell them to come and register. I'm telling you, that's what I've done. Your value will command its own returns. Let's move on towards the end. Be focused. Be focused, though. I'm telling you, people will come with negativities, People come with, hey, when I got backup income and I got around 170, and I shared it with some 2 doctors. One of them said, so 170 and you are doing so shakara. What is $170? But you see, for me, it is wisdom. I knew what was coming. Wisdom is knowing the obvious, though. When it's a secret. I knew. So when I tell them and they started laughing at me, I was gingered up. Hey, yeah. I was poised. I was ready. I said, I will tear these people into pieces. I will get more. I will prove to them. I was focused. I was focused. I was focused. I was focused. I was so focused. The next time I showed them my income, it was $2,000, then $4,000, then $10,000. Hey, one of them came to register. Another one called. When should I register? What's my point? Be focused. Be focused. There are a lot of distractions happening. And distractions about elections. Okay, this year, there will be so many elections all around the world. They will distract you. They will distract you. Meanwhile, you will not get a penny from any of their elections. Be focused. Doubters will come. The enemies will come. They will come. They'll come. They'll come. So they will tell you that you're a very handsome girl. You're a handsome man. You're a beautiful girl. Why are you stooping so low? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Huh? How can you have a wonderful career? You're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a stenographer, you are this, you are that. How can you stoop so low like that? So you're following these people. These people who don't know what they want in life, you're following them. They'll come. They'll come. Oh. When you take a camera, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a trick. I'm removing my spectacle to give you a trick. Let me give you a trick. Have you seen the word written here? Stay focused. Let me tell you something. If you can do it, then you will understand the power of focus. Hey, listen. Let me give you a trick. Look at the word S for 10 seconds. The word S for 10 seconds. Signal your eye onto the word S. And when you focus on the word S for 10 to 15 seconds, and focus on the word S and the letter S, you stay on it. You stay on it, stay on it, stay on it. I guarantee you will not see the TAY. You will not see the FOCUSED. You will not see it again. I guarantee you. When your eye is centered on the letter S in red, you don't see the other words. Have you observed that thing? The camera, okay, that is why you have an optical section of the camera, okay, before you have the zoom section of the camera. So when you have an optical level, not optical hallucination, but optical level of the camera, and you focus, nothing else matters. Anything else, it's like you are blinded to the other things. So the negativities that are coming, you don't hear them, you don't see them. Because people will bring you down. Sometimes the people that will bring you down are even people within the same organization here. The people here, some of your team members will bring you down. Some of the people you've registered yourself, those above you or those below you, some of them will bring you down. They will say things, they will make actions that will destabilize you. It will destroy your mind. You tell yourself, I won't do it. I'm tired. I'm done. Enough is enough. And you go. But you'll be throwing your power, your bid you have, your focus away. Hey, people will tell you things. And you're right. My brother said that it's not a scam. When I set him the video to watch, it is supposed to be that. See, if it is all rosy, then you're not in a good business. Mm-hmm. If it is all rosy, if everybody you are talking to is listening to you, then that is wrong. Because true winning has to go through ordeal. True success must pass through struggles. Write it down. Success requires, watch the word requires, is a necessity. Success requires struggle. If you get success and you didn't get struggle, you will lose it in a year, maximum. Success requires struggle. And so you build your character. Watch the movie called, Caliber. It helps you. Be focused. Be so focused that anything else someone is saying, it becomes a non-entity to your mind. And once it's there, and that is why you have to come closer to the fire here. You understand? By the fireside. Once you are here, you see you are energized now. You see you are bombastically energized. You see you are fantabritally babahazed. You are in a cacophony of knowledge. You are success, but you are among a group of people. Watch this, the page. People are sharing messages. You are building your mindset. You are building your acumen. You are building your mental energy. You are building your fortitude. You are a bulwark. And so when you go there and somebody speaks negativity to you, you'll get out. Let me move on to the next person. You are charged because you are built within, not without. There's an African proverb that says that there is no enemy within. The enemy outside can do you no harm. Forget about the enemy outside. The true enemy is within. You are your true enemy within. When you are focused on the negativity of the outside, that is when it looks like you are broken down. But when you do not let whatever anybody say worry you, and how do you not let it worry you? Be here. Just ask yourself, each time you are here, what happens? Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? Each time you get closer to the training, don't you feel the energy? Don't you get gingered up again? Don't you get fired up again? Don't you want to even do more? Come on. It means that your consistency in being here will charge you forward to the black diamond you want to be. Believe it or not, we are just around 60,000. We haven't gone anywhere. By the time we become a million, you should be a diamond. By the time you become a billion, So have the patience of Job and stay focused. Let's move on. You're getting to the one. Work. Hard work works. Working really hard is what every successful person do. Every successful person will work hard. Hard work never kills. Hard work, when you love it, never kills. Okay, love this thing. Can't you feel it? Some of us, when we are talking, we love it. I love this thing. Even if I'm not being paid, I want to do it. I'm telling you. Sometimes somebody is saying, it's not, I had money before joining God back up. Okay, but the thing is that I love the whole principle, because people have a negativity about the whole organizations, this industry. People have negative, and I want to prove people wrong. You remember Randy Ostrom, the gentleman who gave the details about the comp plan? He had an MBA in network marketing. For goodness sake, he had an MBA, a master's degree in network marketing. What are you talking about? You let somebody stamp their foot on you. You don't believe in what you have. Work at what you have. Believe in what you have. Do not toy with what you have. Do not joke with what you have. You are powerful beyond what is possible. And work at it. Do the work. Talk to people every day. Send them information. They will not listen today, but keep the relationship and send them. See, by January this year, so many people will be triple broke. And they will remember. There was a guy who told me that he doesn't have money. I said, no problem. The fact that you don't even have money is an indication that you need to do this. Because what shows that you are going to have money? Because you've been doing whatever you want to have money. It's not happening. So go get the money borrowed and come and let me show you how to get the money here. The guy said, Doc, it shall be hard. I said, then go and make it harder. He says it shall be hard. What I'm telling him, it shall be hard though. I said, then go and make it harder for yourself, because it has already hard. Not that I am making it hard. It's already hard for you. The next day, he called me. He says he wants to register. I had to register him today. I told him I have a meeting. I can't do it now. After. What's my point? My point is that work at it. When the right time comes, the same person will call you. Just maintain the relationship. The same person will call you. Be motivated. We've already seen one way you can get motivated is to read motivational books. I've given you some of them to you. Read The Alchemist. Read Think and Grow Rich. Read the book called Drive. Go to fearlessmotivation.com. Go to fearlessmotivation.com. Go to fearlessmotivation.com. Go to fearlessmotivation.com. That motivation you need there is not for only this business. It's for your life. Me, if you give me charcoal business, charcoal, I will become so wealthy with charcoal. Not because charcoal business doesn't sell or sells. No. is because I have made up my motivational mind that I'll make it so. That's the point. Be motivated. Fight by going to these places, by bringing yourself closer to the fire, by bringing yourself closer to the volcano. Be intercontinentally ballistic missile. Be Kosovoic. Face the tornado. Get gingered up by the earthquake. Do not worry about the typhoons. Do not worry about the cyclones. They have to come. But storms make the oak tree grow deeper roots. Storms. You need storms in your life, Massa, because there's a bigger storm coming. You think COVID is gone? There's a bigger COVID coming. You need something in your life that you control now before the dark moment actually happens. And maintain your personal development. Personal development. Be developing yourself. Be subjecting yourself to training. Okay? And when I say to subjecting yourself to training, see, sometimes ask the people who are doing well in terms of learning and training and talking. What did they even get their words from? What did they get their words and always post those words? For example, why is it that all of us will get an email, but nobody will share some of the content of the email, but the leaders will share the content of the email? Why would the leader go and take some of the email and share the content of the email? Why would they do that? Why would the leader do that? Why do you think the leader would do that? Because leaders are leads. There's a book by Simon Sinek. Read it. It's called Leaders Eat Last. Leaders Eat Last. John C. Maxwell wrote the 5 levels of leadership. Read it. The 5 levels of leadership. It will blow your mind into pieces. These are the things that we read. And when we read, our mental disposition becomes erect, ready to attack any danger that come our way. You can't convince me otherwise, because my brain muscles are ready like a tiger, ready to pounce. Okay? Because I have built my inner self. You can't shake my outer self. Develop yourself, I beg you. Read the books. Watch the videos. Join any presentation. Do you know why? When any of our leaders are presenting, the rest of the leaders are here because we are learning. And be grateful. Have the attitude of gratitude. Write it down. Have the attitude of gratitude. Some of us are not grateful. You're not grateful for the opportunity that God has opened. Someone is praying, begging God that he will get this opportunity you and I have. He's looking for something like this to do. Be grateful. Be grateful that you are alive. You like complaining too much. Every time, my mother, my father, my fees, my home, my this. Be grateful. Be grateful, Master. You are alive. You are alive. Someone died this morning. You are alive. Millions have died during the COVID. You are alive. Be grateful. And stop always being negative minded. Yes, sometimes you complain once in a blue moon. Have you realized that we don't complain? We face it squarely. If death, we face it. Yes, that's what great people are. Don't say that all fingers are not equal. No. Why do you say that? Should yours be the shorter one? All fingers are not equal. Should yours be? Why do you speak negativity into your life? Be grateful. Master, look at your life. Look at your family. Look at the friends you have. Look at this opportunity you have interacting with people, lawyers, nurses, students, businessmen and women, professors, doctors, people of all levels. You are interacting with them. Be grateful. Be grateful. Think about your lot that God has given you. Be happy that you are living. People don't thank God for the air we breathe because they didn't get it, struggling for it. But when they get food, they pray to God to thank him for the food because they struggle to get food. But air and food, which is more powerful, is it not air? Why don't we? Because when things are free, we are not grateful for it. Have you ever thanked God for the air that you breathe this morning? Be grateful. Be grateful for the leaders you have. Don't joke with them. Be grateful for the team members you have. Be grateful you're on the group page. Don't take the group page for a joke. Don't start insulting the people that are talking on the page and say that they are talking too much. The messages are too much. Be grateful, Pele. Because if everybody stops talking on the page, you will leave. You will have nothing to rely on. Be grateful. Give. Be grateful for your family. Be grateful for God backup. Be grateful for the leadership. Be grateful for your team members. Have the attitude of gratitude. Have the attitude of gratitude. Because what research shows that when you are grateful, you get more. When you are grateful, you give your best. When you are grateful, you become content. When you are grateful, you become abundant. I'm telling you, people that are grateful, they do well in so many other things of life. Be grateful. And remember, my journey to Emerald did not start because I'm a doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of professors and doctors I brought into God Backup. Some of them have not stayed. I am not winning because I'm a doctor. I won't lie to you. I work a lot. And I'm sure I don't even have to explain myself. Some of you know. I work a lot. I work a lot. I work on Fridays. I work a lot. I work a lot. The effort I put in. Sometimes some of you, by the time you wake up, I've spoken a lot on the pages. I do that on about 58 different other pages. Talking like that. My journey and my path to Emerald will be the same journey and my path to Black Diamond. God is my helper. And God should be your helper. So that I see you at the top of the diamond. Whether it is diamond or double diamond or triple diamond or blue or red or black, whatever it is, I hope that your gratitude and your journey and your pain will all meet together for you to become a diamond. You got to succeed. Because if you don't do it, you will laugh at yourself. Your children will look at you one day and say, Mama, Papa, why is your mouth so big? Because you had the opportunity. 20 years ago, Facebook, people who saw Facebook and toyed with it to be members, owners, part owners. Today, most of these people are no more. We will have a clearer and a deeper understanding of the God Backup plan next time. We will go deep. But please do not focus on copper anymore. Focus on gold. Focus on becoming gold. It will help you. Know what it takes to become gold. Plan the requirements of becoming gold. Go the gold. Go for the gold. Okay, go for the gold all the time. Be bold and be gold. And to do that, have the desire to get your own 5 people on board. If you already have 5 people, don't relax. I registered somebody yesterday. I'm going to register somebody today. I have never relaxed. I have already registered 138 people. I'm still doing it. Never relax. As long as you have breath in your life, get your 5 people to be gold. Then put 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and make sure that 3 of them are coppers. In any of the enrollment tree, 3 of them are coppers. But before you can become a true gold, you must have 25 people in your sponsorship. So the 5 people you have been able to bring along, if you help each one of them to get their own 555, you would have gotten 25 people already in your team. Fight to become gold by the end of this year. The plan will start July 1st. Hopefully by July 1, everyone who is gold, oh, hallelujah, you will be smiling into the mid-heavens. You will be catapulted into the atmospheric globality of your nature. Because by the time the plan starts in July, if you are gold, remember, the Windows version is already live. I just installed mine, okay, and it is backing up as I'm speaking. It's 57% right now that I checked. It's backing up everything. The Windows version is live, okay. The Macintosh version is going to be live very soon. The plan is live in July. Are you live? Are you live? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you to all of you for coming here. I want to say super duper thank you to Matilda. Thank you to Enyanam. Thank you to Dorothy. Thank you to Mawinya. Thank you to Laura. Thank you, Christiana Afia Wellington. Oh, you are so good. You are always present. Okay, always trying as much as possible to communicate and share. Thank you, Daniel, okay, for showing clear agility and desire to be here. Thank you, Felix, for being good. Go for the gold. Be bold and be gold. Be bold and be gold. And do whatever you can. I'm telling you, people are watching you. People are watching you. Let me give you one announcement before we go. We are going to do a physical meeting in June and July. Physical meeting at the end of the month. Physical meeting at the end of the month. Okay, the venue will be communicated very soon. It's going to be in Accra. Physical, physical, physical. That is where the spirit begins to come. Okay, somebody says that the reason why they didn't want church to be cancelled is because the Holy Spirit is not in Zoom. The Holy Spirit is not in YouTube. Okay, the same way this God backup, we are going to meet once physically and show to the rest of the world. We have the media coming. We have the social media personals coming. It is going to be hazing. Okay. So towards the end of the month, you are going to hear the dates and everything coming. Begin to invite people, your friends, your families, your team members, your team members, your team members. Let them come to see us physically. You see that some of us are short, but our mouth are long. You will begin to see clear Kosovoic atomic bombs. You will see true leadership. You will learn things you've never learned before in your life. And you will know that God backup has come, that the African champions are beginning to rise, and they will rise. I'm going to tell you something. The real people who will shape the foundation of the God backup have not joined. When they come, they will bypass so many of you as quickly as possible because they have a network of people. That is why you got to fortify yourself. Be ready. Get your gold level so that when they come, they go under you quickly. You can now stabilize yourself as the movement comes. May you prosper. May you remain a student. May you be humble, ready to be grateful, so that your actions will indicate clearly that you are a diamond material. You are not here by chance. You are here by design. Let's go for the gold. Let's go for the black diamond. Let's do whatever we can to make a statement to our family. Because if you win, the day you are a diamond, that is the day the world will look for you. Thank you very much indeed, and have a wonderful evening. Okay, we'll meet again during the week on Wednesday and on Friday. Dr. Fader and Dr. Dorothy Hansen, they are going to charge you with some superlative information. Until then, keep winning in your mind before you can win outside of your mind. Have a wonderful evening, and bye-bye.